Title: Love on the Field. The breakup of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce ***. The world woke up to a shocking announcement that dominated headlines. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift call it quits. Fans of both the NFL star and the global pop sensation were devastated, and the internet exploded with theories. But what really happened behind the scenes? It all began 3 months ago. Travis and Taylor seemed like a perfect match. Their whirlwind romance brought together two different worlds, football and pop stardom. Taylor's appearances at Travis's games became a weekly event, with cameras catching her cheering him on from a luxury box. They seemed happy, sharing inside jokes and making each other laugh. But as Taylor prepared for her upcoming world tour and Travis dove into the NFL playoffs, cracks began to form. The strain of stardom. Travis, I love you, but I can't keep doing this, Taylor said one night after dinner at his Kansas City home. Her face was pale, her voice trembling. Travis, sitting across from her, looked stunned. "Tay, what are you talking about? My life is. It's too much for us," she said, looking down. "You have your career, I have mine, and the constant media attention, it's suffocating." Travis reached out for her hand. "We can figure this out. We always do." But Taylor shook her head. "Do we? Or do we just keep pushing through without really solving anything?" The final blow. Their relationship reached a breaking point during the holidays. Taylor invited Travis to spend Christmas with her family in Rhode Island, but he declined, saying he needed to focus on his training. "I'm an athlete, Tay. This is my career," he explained over the phone. "And what about us? Is that not just as important?" Taylor fired back. Travis paused, his silence saying more than words ever could. That was the moment Taylor knew. The public announcement. On December 26th, Travis and Taylor released a joint statement. "After much reflection, we have decided to part ways as friends. We have immense respect for each other and cherish the memories we've created together. Please respect our privacy during this time." The words were amicable, but insiders revealed the split was far from smooth. Moving forward, Taylor poured her heartbreak into her music, teasing a new single called Fumbled Hearts on social media. Fans speculated it was about Travis, dissecting every lyric from leaked snippets. Meanwhile, Travis threw himself into football, leading the Chiefs to another playoff run. When asked about the breakup during a press conference, he smiled faintly and said, "Taylor's an incredible person. I'll always root for her." The breakup of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce was a reminder that even fairy tale romances face real-world challenges. While their love story may have ended, it left behind a legacy of moments that fans will never forget. And as Taylor once sang, "Time, curious time, gave me no compasses, gave me no signs, were there clues I didn't see?" And isn't it just so pretty to think, all along there was some invisible string? Perhaps their string had simply run its course. Title: The Final Whistle. Travis Kelce had always been the embodiment of confidence, a champion on the field, a magnetic personality off it. But what no one knew was that, behind his trademark smile, there was a side of him that questioned everything. That side had slowly been growing louder ever since he'd started dating Taylor Swift. It was a whirlwind romance, one that had captured the attention of the media and fans alike. But for Travis, what had initially felt like a fairy tale had begun to feel like a game he was losing. It all started with the pressure. The constant cameras, the never-ending rumors, and the way the world was watching their every move. Travis had always been able to compartmentalize his life. Football was football, and his personal life was his own. But Taylor was different. She was a force of nature, a pop sensation whose life was already under the microscope. And when their relationship went public, the world saw them as the perfect couple, the football star and the country's sweetheart. It was supposed to be a fairy tale, but to Travis, it started to feel more like a cage. One evening, after a quiet dinner at Taylor's Nashville home, Travis couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. They sat on the porch, a gentle breeze rustling through the trees, but the weight between them felt suffocating. Taylor's eyes were soft, but Travis could see the tiredness behind them. She was always tired, exhausted by her schedule, by the public's expectations, and by the pressure to make everything look perfect. "Travis, I'm sorry," Taylor said softly, breaking the silence. "I know this isn't easy on you. The media, the rumors, the schedules." Travis paused, looking at her, his heart aching. "It's not just that, Tay. It's me, too. I don't know who I am anymore in all of this." Every time I try to focus on something, anything, there's always someone talking about us. It's like we're not even allowed to have a moment of peace." Taylor looked down, her fingers lightly tracing the edge of her wine glass. "I get it," she whispered. "I do, but you know how much I care about you. You're not just some headline to me." He stood up and began pacing, frustration building. "It's not just about the headlines, Taylor. It's everything. I'm not the same person I was before all this. You're not either. And maybe we're both losing sight of who we really are." Taylor's eyes welled up, but she blinked them away quickly. "So what are you saying? That this is over?" Travis stopped pacing, his heart heavy in his chest. "I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt us. But I think we both need space to figure out who we are, away from all the chaos. I need to find myself again, and I don't think I can do that while trying to be something I'm not for the world." Taylor nodded slowly, understanding the weight of his words. She had always been fiercely independent, but she knew how much Travis valued his privacy, his identity outside the spotlight. "I think I knew this was coming," she said quietly, her voice barely above a whisper. "I just didn't want to admit it." Travis took a step toward her, his expression softening. "Tay, you're amazing. You've got everything. And I've got everything, too. But I think I need to walk this journey on my own for a while." She smiled weakly, trying to mask the tears threatening to spill. "I get it. I really do. You've always been so honest with me. And I respect you for that. Maybe this is what we both need." They stood in silence for a long moment, the weight of the decision settling between them. Finally, Travis spoke again. "I'll always care about you, Tay. But right now, I need to focus on me." Taylor nodded, her lips trembling. "And I'll always care about you, Travis. You're one of the most genuine people I've ever met. I hope you find what you're looking for." As the night drew to a close, they shared one last hug. It wasn't filled with the passion and romance of their earlier days, but with understanding and acceptance. They both knew that sometimes love wasn't enough to keep two people together when the weight of the world was bearing down on them. Sometimes, walking away was the only way to preserve what they had. Title: The End of a Fairy Tale. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's surprising split. It was a love story that captivated the world. Two stars from vastly different worlds, brought together by chance and curiosity. Travis Kelce, the towering, charismatic tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and Taylor Swift, the iconic pop sensation known for her chart-topping hits, seemed like an unlikely pairing. But after months of whirlwind romance, shocking moments, and endless speculation, the unthinkable happened. Travis Kelce ended his relationship with Taylor Swift. The breakup came on a cool evening in early January, just after the holidays. In the weeks leading up to their split, the public had witnessed subtle tension between the two. While their social media posts still carried a sense of love and admiration, their recent outings had become less frequent. Their relationship, once seen as a fairy tale, had begun to unravel in ways neither of them had anticipated. It all began during a private conversation at a secluded ranch in the Colorado mountains, where the couple had spent the new year. Taylor, known for her deep introspection and creative soul, had been grappling with personal and professional shifts. She just finished another leg of her highly successful Eras tour, and the demands of her career weighed heavily on her. Travis, on the other hand, was feeling the pressure of his football commitments, the Super Bowl looming large on the horizon. With his mind consumed by strategy, training, and team dynamics, the playful, spontaneous moments they once shared had started to feel like distant memories. Taylor had started, her voice soft but uncertain. "I've been thinking a lot about where we're headed. About how everything feels so intense right now." He looked at her, his brow furrowed. "What do you mean?" "I just think we need to be honest with ourselves. You've got football, and I've got my music. The schedule, the pressure, the public attention, it's a lot." Travis sighed, his heart heavy with the weight of the conversation. "I know what you mean, Tay. I've been feeling it too. But I've been trying to make it work. You're so important to me." Taylor nodded, her eyes brimming with emotion. "You are too, Travis. But sometimes love isn't enough to make everything work. Sometimes, timing is everything. And I think, maybe it's time for us to step back and figure out who we are, apart." The words stung, but Travis knew deep down that Taylor was right. Their lives were moving in different directions, and no amount of love could change the fact that the world they inhabited had begun to feel too vast, too complex, for them to navigate together. The decision was mutual, but it didn't make it any easier. Taylor's voice wavered as she spoke again. "I don't want us to be just another headline. I want us to still be friends, to remember what we had, but we can't keep pretending that this is working when we both know it isn't." For a moment, the air hung heavy with silence. Then, Travis nodded, his eyes meeting hers with understanding. "I get it, Taylor. I really do. I never thought it would come to this. I thought we had something special. You were my something special, Travis," she whispered, her voice barely audible. But sometimes, even the best things come to an end. As the weeks passed, the media frenzy over their breakup intensified. Fans, who had once rooted for their unlikely romance, were heartbroken. Some speculated that it was the pressure of the public eye that drove them apart, while others believed it was simply the reality of two megastars trying to balance their complicated lives. Taylor, ever the artist, poured her heart into her music. Rumors swirled that her next album would be inspired by the relationship, a collection of songs that would explore the joy and sorrow of loving someone who was just out of reach. Travis, on the other hand, focused on his game, using the pain of the breakup as motivation for his performance on the field. In a rare interview months later, Travis reflected on their time together. "I don't regret a single moment with Taylor. We had an incredible ride, and I'll always cherish that," he said, his voice calm but firm. But life moves forward, and so do we. As for Taylor, she remained the queen of reinvention, her heartache transformed into art. "Sometimes we love, and sometimes we grow," she said in an interview of her own. And that's okay. Though their fairy tale had ended, the world still remembered the magic of their brief but beautiful love story. And as time went on, the memories of Travis and Taylor's romance faded into the background of the ever-evolving narrative of their lives, but their story, like all great love stories, would never truly be forgotten.